Hi, Virgo. This will be your reading for the end of the month until going into May. So I will have the May videos out also this week, probably at some point. But right now, we're just going to look at the final week of April and see what is going on for Virgos out there for this final week of April. April, please. Virgos watching this, please. Information, types of things you might need to know. Okay, for Virgo. Virgo, please. One more shuffle, and we're good. Oh, Virgo, please. Watching this video, please. Okay, so we start off with the Page of Cups, and ooh, look at that, there you are. So that could be you reaching out, or, well, yeah, I tend to think it might be. You may be reaching out to somebody that you might be interested in. We'll find out if it's love or work or whatever as we go along. Could be either or. But I feel good about it. I feel a little hesitancy about it, though, and I don't want to scare you off. I'm not saying you shouldn't make this offer or anything like that. But I do feel there's just a little hesitancy to it that I feel like it's okay to go ahead and make this offer, but somehow you don't seem super confident, you know, and it's like I think you need to build your confidence so that it comes across like if you are interested in someone and you are thinking of reaching out and, you know, flirting, asking them out, you know, something like that, then just make sure at the time that you actually do it, that you take a few minutes before and where you can be by yourself a little bit and really kind of just concentrate on you know, give yourself a pep talk inside, you know, like just tell yourself, you know, I am magnetic, I am, you know, attractive, I am this, I am that, you know, just give yourself like a really good, you know, energy opening, you know, vibration, you know, if you will, not to sound too, you know, new agey and whatever, but really there is kind of something to that stuff because we do have magnetic fields that work off of each other. So, you know, like attracts like, you know, that's kind of, you know, scientific also. So, you know, just stay with that in mind, you know, because that would benefit you. Let's see what this is though, and let's go a little bit further. So, what else is Virgo out right now, please? Where else is Virgo out right now, please? General reading for Virgos for now till the end of the month. Okay. Ooh, strength card. Yay. All right. Actually, I'm feeling it. Now see, that's good. So some of you, that was a message for some of you. For others of you, I feel like you are in a very strong position with this Queen of Cups at the bottom too. This kind of, you know, makes me think that you are very emotionally stable and secure right now. Okay. And you are feeling like those things that I was just kind of talking about with the pep talk. All right, you're feeling it. So you're becoming stronger. You're getting, you know, interested again. You know, and that's good. Okay. For some of you who are, you know, possibly looking for jobs, you know, it could be a pretty decent offer. You know, that is coming around. That could be. I'm not feeling that though so much as like I think this is like emotional stuff going on, but you know, for some of you that are, you know, looking for that could be a good sign. Let's see where let's see what's coming towards you here, or what you might be dealing with for Virgo, please. Virgo, please. Coming towards Virgo. Okay, coming towards Virgo. What's coming towards for this last week to the end of May? Okay, some of you could be working a lot, so that could be, but that's not really that exciting. So let's see where that takes us. I think there's probably a deeper message there. So let me see. Could be a choice. Maybe just really thinking about choosing whether or not to move forward with this person too, and reach out. Oh, yeah, could be. All right, let's see. What else is coming towards Virgo, please? Coming towards Virgo. Okay. One more, please. Why is this energy here, please? Okay. Okay. Some of you, however, could be dealing with somebody who isn't really on the same page as you right now. Okay. And not in the romantic sector that I was talking about before, about like reaching out and that sort of thing. But some of you could be dealing, because again, general reading, there's all kinds of scenarios that are going to come up. So somebody right now could be juggling a couple people, and it could be somebody you're interested in. Okay. And I'm not really getting the best vibe from this person. I'm going to be honest. They don't have very good cards around them, and they are very kind of bitter and immature in their approach to things. They're not very balanced at all, like with anything, financially, emotionally, not saying they're nut jobs or anything like that. I don't see that, but I just see somebody who's just not super sort of cold. I see somebody who's kind of cold, and not very loving and lighthearted and easygoing, and mature, in the emotional realm. Okay. And they could have somebody else on their mind, or they could be seeing you this way too, as attractive and creative and all those things. That could be this person is just sort of, they're taking a break. Okay. I don't see any good cards around them. Okay. So let's see what else envelops here. How does this person feel about Virgo, please? Or Virgo that is watching this. How does this person, this energy of stuff that's around, how do they feel about Virgo? Okay, I mean they do have feelings for you, absolutely. With the 10 of coin at the bottom of the deck, the 2 of cups, but the 3 of cups showing up again, and then the 7 of swords. So they could feel that you are possibly having some sort of, little side thing, okay? They could be checking up on you quite a bit and scoping things out, and not super duper spying, but, just trying to get a feel for the situation. That's kind of, what I feel there, that they feel like maybe something, is kind of threatening the family a little bit for some of you who are married. Again, like with that 3 of cups. Now, this could also be them. Okay, so in this particular way, this could be somebody who is sort of, thinking about, toying with the idea of, like maybe they're talking to somebody online, or, that type of deal. Like nothing solidified, physically necessarily, but they could be kind of, tiptoeing around, doing a few things. Okay, let's see. It's a challenge here for Virgo. It's a challenge here for Virgo, please. It's a challenge for the end of the week for Virgo. Love, yeah, this is all about love and threes. I've got, there's probably some sort of, and I usually steer away from the third party thing, but I do kind of see evidence of that, going on. There does appear to be, some sort of choices being made here. Your cards are all very strong. Okay, you have the Page of Cups, which it's not a super strong card necessarily, but it's a pretty bright and happy and fun, type of energy. You have the Strength card, which is a very, strong card. Okay. Very much so. And you have the Ace of Cups. Now, there's so many things, this reading, there's like a bazillion things this could be. So it's very difficult for this general. But, it could be a matter of you need to tame yourself and not, maybe you are flirting with someone, Virgo, and you are this Page of Cups that sort of, because I remember in the very beginning, I was feeling like a little bit, something about it that just wasn't quite, quite there, and so that could be you. It could be you kind of maybe thinking about reaching out and flirting a little bit too much. And then, be careful of that, because that can be dangerous, if you are coupled up or, committed, because it might seem fun and innocent at the time, but it may turn in to something where it could become a lot stronger, where you might then, be contemplating things, and your partner's like kind of, and maybe the reason I'm feeling their coldness and that sort of thing is because maybe they're not in a very trustworthy place with you right now. And it doesn't mean they are a cold person. Again, this is a snapshot of time. I'm only looking at, this last week, into May. So right now they may be acting that way. Okay. But I think they feel about you strongly because the cards I had before, were pretty good. So it could just be that they are in defensive mode. They're trying to make a choice, here, like, wow, I don't know. Is this person sneaking around on me? It could be that I'm picking up on that type of energy, that coldness and not much love being there because, of they're suspecting all this stuff. They're not going to be in a very loving place. Okay. So if that is not the case, then just reverse that. So that would be your, you and your partner reverse, the same thing goes, like maybe they are the ones doing that and, vice versa. So, but yeah, there's a little bit of danger here, with this flirtation or whatever's going on. I mean, for some of you, you could be just trying to renew something up again with somebody and get it going again. And, kind of, you start like kind of with like little flirts and things like that, but then you start coming on a little stronger and then you kind of blatantly say, hey, I really want this, and let's renew this thing. But I just see a little bit of like a little battle for that one. Okay. And I'm not saying it won't happen because again, this is just for a week. So things like that usually don't tidy up within a week. They take a little time. But right now the person's energy is a little untrusting. Whether it's of you or if it's of themselves, because they might be sneaking around and or having somebody else, that could be too. So let's see kind of what your overall outcome is here for the end of the week going into May for let's go this way for Virgo. Outcome please for Virgo please for the end of April going into May. The ultimate outcome please for Virgo. Okay. Okay. This has the possibility for some of you who want to rekindle something. It has possibilities, okay? You may be communicating towards the end of this month with this person, and you might find like that secret key of how to do that, okay? And kind of clear the air and clear the confusion, all right? Because I do see this person as very confused, a lot of mental energy going around this other person. You seem to be fine, I mean, not fine, but I mean, you seem to be okay and good in that realm. This other person seems to be very all over the board, okay? So there's a possibility for some of you guys, if you're looking to rekindle something, that this could possibly happen. I mean, it's a little bit of a road though, and I got to be honest, I'm not sure in the long run. Well, this is a back and forth relationship is what I see, because I have good stuff, then I have like a bad card, then I have good stuff again, then a bad, and a lot of good though. I will say a lot of karmic, info here too. So it's for some of you. I'm sorry, I had page ones, 7 of coin, wheel of fortune. We've got 3 of coin, so, possible renewals, starting again, could be dealing with a fire sign, that could be. But then, somebody's moving away again. Then we have judgment, then we have the hanged man, then we have being out in the cold, then we have the sun card and balance and the star, and, because it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But you can see what I mean, that most of the cards are good cards. They're all very karmic and strong cards also. So this tells me, this is a back and forth kind of relationship that is probably going to be that way for a while. So, I mean, it's like, this renewal and new spring of love, if you will, may happen, but, it might kind of fall by the wayside again at some point down the road and then build it back up again. But sometimes that type of relationship is worth it because you just keep working and working and working. And the closer and closer and closer you get, pretty soon what happens is you guys just get tired of all the crap and you either do it or you don't. And then that can make for a much stronger, start. So, it's kind of up to you on that one. I don't see much in the way of like, I mean, for those of you looking for jobs, I mean, I would say there's, you know, some decent offers that may come through, but, you know, I mean, you've got Page of Cups, so that would be like, you know, a pretty decent offer. At least it's work, right? You know, you have Ace of Cups, which could be something that you really, really like, you know, and you do have the Strength card. So that would be, you know, I would consider that pretty decent. And actually, with the Moon card in reverse, I'd say that's not horrible, you know, because it's kind of like clearing the air, and maybe things like finally, you know, maybe there's been like this long wait of things, but now, you know, finally, you know, things are just kind of clearing up for you, so the sun can come out, you know, and shine on you and give you a good opportunity. So in that respect, the you know looks pretty good. And again, you guys have strong cards, okay? So you just keep being strong, you know, and you know that looks good. And this person, you know, they're a little, just understand, they're confused, they're a little bit all over the place, you know. And if they do have somebody else, you know, if it's not you that has somebody else, if it's them who has somebody else, it's not like they don't care for you, you know. It's like a hard choice for them, and they're just kind of all over the place. All right, so I'll give you guys one last card here for Virgo, because that was kind of a weird reading. Virgo, please, one card for Virgo. Virgos, please. Oh my God, these cards are so, look how, it's like, come on. Let's see, one card for Virgo, please. Advice card from now till the end of the month, please, for Virgo. Okay. Wow, we got 7 of Swords again. Okay, so it's 7 of Air in this deck. I'll go ahead and read you what it says, because sometimes it's a little different than the Rider-Waite deck. But yeah, okay, it says plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. Okay, and that's kind of what I felt with that Page of Cups, you know, that it's just like it just wasn't quite right. Like you just didn't quite have the tools yet, you know, but you almost do. And then it was funny because then we have the Ace of Cups coming out later. So, you know, poor timing does kind of, you know, I don't typically associate the 7 of Swords with that, but, you know, that might be, that's interesting that it's on there, you know, so that must be for a reason. And I did kind of, I was trying to step around it a little lightly in the beginning, but that's kind of what I felt like. It was like almost there, but not quite. You know, that's why I was saying you guys really should have a lot of confidence if you do it. Okay. So again, I'll read that again. It says plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. Okay. So be careful there, but I do feel, you know, with the Ace of Cups that there will be good timing. It's just kind of not quite there yet. So check in on the May readings and we'll see how that goes. All right. All right. Thanks, Virgo.